turn to the aftermath of the Boston bombings, where the focus has been this week is on the now dead older brother, Tamerlan Tsarnaev, who had trips back to the Chechnya region in the northern Caucasus, was interviewed by the FBI, as people will remember, but then seemed to fall off the radar a little bit. Congressman, where are you critical of intelligence and the FBI's role in this?
I think the FBI did an outstanding job in solving this in those 4 day period. Having said that, I don't think they did a full investigation beforehand. The fact is, there were other items in his folder, in his file that they found, and I think they continued to give the benefit of the doubt in each instance, and therefore just close out that investigation. For instance, they never went to his mosque, never spoke to the Iman, never spoke to a number of his relatives, and also there were certain matters in his file that they chose to look the other way on, or said there was nothing there.
What did they look the other way on?
His name came up in several other instances, and they said there was nothing there. I'm saying if you have three independent references to someone possibly having terrorist connections, when do you stop saying it's just a coincidence?
Where it reports
healthy process.
Let's talk about the surveillance within the Muslim community. I mean, that's partly what you were talking about this week, Congressman King. You said this to the National Review, and this is how they reported it, quoting you, "Police have to be in the community. They have to build up as many sources as they can, and they have to realize that the threat is coming from the Muslim community and increase surveillance there. We can't be bound by political correctness."
Absolutely. I know what the NYPD is doing in New York with 1,000 police officers focusing on this issue, knowing where the threat is coming from. Now, most Muslims are outstanding people, but the threat is coming from the Muslim community. Just yesterday, Tom Friedman, who is certainly no conservative, said, "We must ask a question only Muslims can answer. What is going on in your community that a critical number of your youth believes that every American military action in the Middle East justifies a violent response?" It's coming from the community. And when in previous times when certain elements in the community were the ones responsible for crime, the police focused on it. For instance, in Boston, the FBI never spoke to the Boston police about the older brother. And afterwards, there was basically no intelligence files in Boston on these type people, these people who were inclined to terrorism. The FBI never even got to examining him.